Hello everybody, Emerald Finch Tarot here for a reading for the birth sign of Taurus for the month of November 2019. Please take with it what resonates. If it doesn't, then just leave it for the next person. I'm doing things just slightly different. Rather than spending so much time shuffling and dealing the cards on camera, because YouTube seems to take forever to upload, and I don't want to lower the quality, so I am pre-shuffling and dealing the cards off camera, and so I can get straight into the reading for you, and you can get the uploads a lot quicker and a lot more frequent. So, going into the first card that I pulled for Taurus is "You Are Good Enough." I feel with this card you have been working so hard, and maybe it's on a business project, maybe it's a career, maybe it's just looking after the family, and you are good enough, Taurus. It's you've been pushing and pushing beyond your boundaries like nobody's business, trying to prove yourself, but in reality you are good enough. But it's good that you've actually pushed yourself over the past few years, because I feel you've reached expectations that you thought that you could never meet, but deep down you've had this groundedness where you've been able to step back and go within, and it's enabled you to just reflect and just take a piece of reality, basically. But what I feel here is the the hermit energy. You've very much been working on something on your own, and yes, you know how to dip in and out of this hermit energy. I feel in the past something happened where you had to go off in a almost like a constant hermit energy, but now you're learning to dip in and out of this hermit energy when you feel the needs be. Now the Eight of Pentacles here. Yes, you have been working very, very hard on something, and for most Taurus, I feel I think it's a business project that you've been working on. The few of the other readings I've done for Taurus, I've picked up on a business project. I feel this business project is something that manifested out of being hurt in a relationship a few years ago. I feel you had to project your energy, you had to project your fear, your frustrations into creating some entrepreneurial business. You've done absolute wonders balancing, a lot of you Taurus, a full-time job with putting the foundations in for this business. And I feel in November, early November, you are launching this business. If not, some of you have actually done it already, possibly this weekend. And you know, you've been working in the hermit energy, not being distracted by friends and going out, and you know, they've missed you, but your friends understand that you've had to go off and work in this hermit energy. Otherwise the job would just not get done. It was, you were fine-tuning something, and in November it's finally been put out there on the World Wide Web. Now I feel, now we've got the King of Cups here and we've got the Queen of Cups here as well. These two are like two bookends. It's King and Queens are at the powerhouse, different ends of the table. I feel you are the Queen of Cups energy. You are very emotionally stable through your hard work. and your hermit energy, you have stabilized your emotions, and I feel this is how people see you, that you know how to handle yourself emotionally and where to project that energy when it starts to build up in you again. You withdraw and you go into the hermit energy, and you work on your project. Now the King of Cups here as well. This can be you. It can be you are the King and the Queen of Cups. You've got the balance of the masculine and the feminine energies of work. The Queen of Cups is very much the divine feminine emotional energy. You can be very feminine with your emotions. And you've got the King of Cups, which you have the divine masculine emotional energy as well. You are emotional, but you are in control of your emotions. So I feel this is twin flame. You've got the balance. This could also be King of Cups, a Pisces. I've seen this so much over the past few months coming up in my Taurus readings. A Pisces is actually on the scene. They want to have a committed relationship with you, but they knew you were working. They knew you were working on this project. They knew that they had to allow you to go into hermit energy to complete this project, to fulfill your emotional needs. They didn't want you to depend on them for your emotional needs. You now know how to control your emotions now. You put it into work, but not so much that it's burnout. You know how to dip in and out of it and step back. So I feel this King of Cups, a Pisces, is they now know you are whole, you are complete, and they respect that, and they are coming forward in November, I feel, to offer a committed relationship. And I feel as well, maybe they've been through a hard time as well, and they have learned from your energy how to control their own energy. And you both heal each other. You both don't depend on each other, but you want to be with each other, and I feel that is going to happen in November. Now, I pulled a card from the Animal Spirit Guide deck here, and we have the crocodile. Now the crocodile, it's all about resting and collecting energy and cooling off. So I feel the past month or so, to get this project venture underway, you've had to do the full-time job, you've had to work in the evenings, quite late at night, weekends, you've kept away from friends, and it's I feel you've been, the last couple of days to push this out, you've been very much running on empty. Your reserve tank has almost been empty, and it's been quite an emotional drive with the adrenaline running to actually push this venture out. And once you press the button, if it's an internet business, it's almost like you just feel this relief. You don't have that stress, the adrenaline pumping through you, get things done. It's all done now, and now you're just sitting back waiting for things to come in. So until the time comes when things start coming in, because there is a period of where you've just launched something, it does take a few days, it does take a few weeks for the messages to get out there and for the customers to come in. So I feel now is the time to just rest and cool off and collect your energy in the crocodile energy. It's all about stepping back from the external world and going inward and not making any decisions or actions or having any kind of business discussions. It's all about, the mantra here is to just sit and wait. It doesn't mean lying around doing nothing. It's and waiting for things to disappear. This is very much in November, early part of November, particularly now, that you are intentionally withdrawing. You're gathering your awareness and you're observing and building energy for bigger and faster things and you're going to be ready and prepared when it comes in. So this card is saying fill up vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. It's when in balance, the crocodile energy is wise, patient, and a silent powerhouse. If you're feeling out of balance, then you will feel stuck and possibly a bit lashing out. So to bring back into balance, Taurus, go into the crocodile energy and rest. Now, I pulled some cards to do with relationships as well, and from the sexual tarot, and this this card is mainly concerned with what your desires are, and it's the card of tiredness, the magic of the Seven of Knots. Now, this card says a love cannot remain pure and precious over time unless you learn how to give energy to your partner. So your desires are to give back to your partner. So in the past, possibly you've been hurt because you've been the one who's been giving and it's not been reciprocated, it's not been given back. But I feel this person that you are with now, there just seems to be this Pisces energy. It is safe to actually give to this person so long as they're actually giving back. They are giving to you, but they are standing back as well. But I feel they are probably a little bit aware and maybe possibly a little bit frustrated why you aren't giving back to them so freely, and it's purely just because you've been hurt. So these are your desires. You want to learn how to give energy to your partner again and feel safe. And it's safe to do this, Taurus. Now in November, this desires, what you are fearful of is this the fondling card, and it is the gosh, I've got my glasses on. Let's have a look. It's the King of Swords. Sorry, I meant to say the other card there was the Seven of Pentacles. This is the King of Swords, and it's all to do your fears. It's all to do with the fondling, the magic of the black orchid. Now, love is made of strength, and true love is capable of going beyond strength. And there are different kinds of strength. So, again, I feel your fears are that this person just wants to fondle, but this card is actually saying with the magic of the black orchid that there's different types of love, and okay, you can do this, but it's being able to step back and own your own self and your own power. And by doing this, true love can actually happen over time. But you are fearful that all they want is to play, is to fondle, when really step back and know who you are as a person, and true love will will happen. For some of you, I definitely feel that this is a player energy that you are dealing with. This person has been a player in the past, but they're not playing with you. They'll play, and then they'll pull away, but they're chasing you. They're not playing as a intentionally playing. They are playing, but with the idea of commitment and trying to build the love between the two of you. And they are not playing completely. They seem to be taking a step back and just allowing the love, the relationship to build up. And I feel possibly, you're fear. You have been fearful that you think that this is the energy that this person wants, because everybody else that you seem to have a relationship with has been in this player energy. But Taurus, I feel in November you have finally converted the player, and I feel a connection, a sexual connection and a love bond as well. And it's all because you've concentrated and worked on yourself, on your own projects, and this has been highly attractive to this other person, that you aren't being needy and clingy with them. So they find you intriguing. So those are your fears, but they're nothing to worry about. So it's all about the desire you have to want to give back to the other person. It's safe to do this. Now the life lesson that may have been learned from all this is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is all about watching. It's the magic of the jug with the 3 ribbons. And the lesson I feel that may have been hurt is good luck and happiness are not always, they're not always only for ourselves, but can be passed on to others. I feel expecting that someone will give them back to us in the future. I feel the lesson learnt in the past is you gave when no one was given back. But the lesson learnt with this new person on the scene is good luck and happiness, as you've for yourself you've filled your own cup up, but now your cup is overflowing and you're giving it to other people, someone that you want in your life. And I feel you're not expecting, but you're having faith and hope that they will then give back to you in the future. And I feel that is what is definitely happening in November. There's definitely this energy of even balance, of give and take. Now the last card of the sexual tarot here is the Five of Pentacles, and I asked the question how they feel about you, and the card that was drawn was the Magic of the Rose and the Violin, and this is completeness. This is this card to me, I feel you cannot give up on transforming the world around you and making it more similar to your ideals. after all, the world is the home of our love. So it's all about you create your love, and your world will change. It's love yourself and attract the love in, and you will attract abundance from the universe. Your how you perceive yourself is how you perceive your world and how other people perceive you. So how they feel about you is they feel you have changed their ideas of the world by how they feel about you. You are the one, they've got the violin, they've got the roses, and I feel they were possibly in a dark place or coming out of a dark place, a bad relationship gone wrong, and I feel they felt they would never meet the one. They know you are the one. You have completely changed them, how they feel about themselves, and they have a brighter outlook on the world. You have taught them how to love themselves, and they have filled their cup of love up, and now they are overspilling their cup of love to you in the month of November. So we have two people here with their cups very full and overspilling into each other. This is absolute perfect. I feel twin flame energy. It's just so magical. It's just so beautiful. The overall picture, the hard work that you've put in has been absolutely tremendous. Now, to wrap the reading up, pulled a card from the universe has your back deck, and we have there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And I feel throughout this reading and throughout the number of years, something happened, something came crashing down that made you, it was a wake-up call. You didn't sit in the energy doing nothing. You went into hermit mode. You created a project. It was something that wasn't manifested overnight, but slowly but surely you've worked on the project. You've worked on yourself. You haven't been reliant and dependent on other people to make you happy. And throughout this process, I feel you have actually discovered the true who am I. I feel previously you were happy and you were just sleepwalking through life. But I feel you have found the absolute gem in the universe of finding and being and living your true authentic self. And this is incredibly sexy to onlookers. I feel a lot of people are looking at you and they respect you, that the difficulties that you've been through, they are possibly, I wouldn't say jealous, but a lot of people would like to have the strength to do what you have done, but they are comfortable in their safe comfort zones, and to do what you've done, it takes an enormous amount of courage and mental strength to actually grow. It's been very, very challenging, but the universe only gives these experiences to people who are mentally strong enough and emotionally strong enough to actually deal with these tower moments and to actually make something of them. And you have definitely found who am I, and you are a goddess, you are an empress now, and this is only just the beginning of the journey. It's a completely different life path now, but all through this, remember, you are good enough. You've learned not to let the ego run away with you, and when things get tough, go into crocodile mode and remember that you are good enough, and don't put over demanding expectations on yourself. You know who you are now, and absolutely beautiful journey complete. Well done, Taurus. November is the time of it all coming together. An absolute, I feel 2020 is going to be an absolutely amazing year where you've planted the seeds of the hard work, and 2020 is going to be an absolute incredible year. Well, thank you very much for listening to this reading. If you enjoyed it, then please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Thank you now. Bye.